SIG P365 XL, FN Reflex XL, 5 rounds each. Bottom corner for FN, this corner for the SIG. I apologize a trillion times. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. Hey, what's going on, YouTube? How you doing? It's your boy Panama Lou here on Joke Lou. And today I got a comparison for you. We got the SIG P365 XL. And we got the FN Reflex XL MRD, and that MRD stands for micro red dot. So let's go ahead and open these up, take a look and see what we got. Now I want to start off with a little bit of the unboxing experience. I won't get too crazy with it, but again, with the FN, it's coming in a box. Then you're getting this nice carrying case here. I do like that it has a logo. In here, you're gonna get paperwork that includes safety, warranty information, and user manual, as well as a lock, which of course we all come to expect a lock. Now, putting that aside, let's go ahead and take a look at what we get inside this carrying case. Let's open that up. All right, we got your Reflex XL right there. All right, and let's confirm that it is empty and safe to use. All right, so this is a 15-round magazine. Along with this, you're gonna get, it has a pouch in here that has another back strap as well as the tools for it, and an 18-round magazine right here. So let's go ahead, I'll leave this mag out for visual display later. Let's go ahead and put all of this up and also take a look at the P365 XL. So again, it's coming in this harder case. I do like the case. I like both of them. So let's go ahead and open this up, see what we get inside. All right. All right, so you've got a 12-round magazine right there. Stopper. You get in ATF information. Underneath here, you're getting a whole bunch of paperwork as far as like offers they have, NRA, etc., warranty information. They also provide you with a nice little lock. And let's go ahead and take a look at the actual P365 XL. All right, go ahead and put this away and let's take a deeper look. So first off, let me confirm here that it's empty. 12-round magazine, nothing in the chamber. We're good to go. All right, so again, we have the FN Reflex XL MRD, and we got the SIG P365 XL. Now, these two are similar, and people have been comparing them from what I've seen, so that's why I wanted to do this video, because I can provide a little more insight for anybody who is looking into purchasing one or the other. So without further ado, let's dive into some more details. Okay, so first off, let's start out with price. Now, when we look at the Reflex XL, you're spending roughly $630. There's a current listing price of like $719, but I was able to find this for roughly $630. So keep an eye out for that. Whereas the P365 XL is coming in at roughly $660. So that is a $30 difference. Again, you can probably find it both higher and lower than that price I just provided. But again, that is $630 for the XL, the Reflex XL, and then $660 for the P365 XL. Great prices, very comparable. You're gonna get a 15 round magazine and an 18 round magazine with the Reflex, and then you're getting two 12 round magazines for the P365 XL. And again, if you're in California, it's 10s all around, so it doesn't matter there. Now, when we go a little deeper as to why these are being compared, it's because a lot of the general information is similar. You got a 3.8-inch barrel for the Reflex XL, and then you're getting a 3.7-inch barrel for the P365 XL. So very similar there. They're both optic ready, as you can see. Right? So both optic ready. Now there are, again, keeping it general information, the weight difference between the two, which they both feel pretty similar in weight. The weight difference is 2.5 to 3 pounds total, each one. One is 2.5, the other's 3. So it's like a 0.5 pound weight difference there. When you talk about height, one is 2.5, the other's 2.8. So it's a 0.38 inch difference in height. And when you're talking about length, you're getting a comparison of 10.3 to 11.2 in the length. So they're very, very comparable. There are some slight differences, and I'll go over some of those right here, as I know some of those differences may make a difference as to which one you end up purchasing. So again, let me go ahead and just jump in on the SIG P365 XL. Now, this one is a striker fired firearm, so there are people who do love their polymer striker fired firearm. So if you are a fan of that, this might be the one for you. Also, this one comes available with an ambi thumb safety. All right. So if you are someone who definitely wants to have a safety on your firearm, that is something that you want to consider as well. As again, this has an ambi thumb safety. So that's also something you want to consider. And when we go over here to the FN Reflex, you're getting a reversible mag release. So you can take this out and flip it. If you're left-handed, then that's something that you will want to consider. Being able to change that mag release, because if this is a firearm that you're going to use with frequency as a daily carry or, EDC, if you're going to put this in your nightstand or somewhere close to bed to use, the thing is, if you're going to use this with certain frequency outside of just the range, you want to be able to release that magazine with your thumb and not with your, you don't want to have to think about it. You want it to be more natural. Releasing it with that thumb feels great. So as a left-handed person, that's something you want to consider. This one also has a very visible Picatinny rail right there. So that's something you want to consider as well. If you are wanting to add a light, this one does have that Picatinny rail. Now, when it comes to the sights for the FN, they're labeling this as a high visibility Trident front sight with orange painted ring and then an all black U-notch. And then as far as the SIG goes, the description they're providing is an X-ray 3 day/night sight. So you're seeing here, you're getting some little dots in the front. You're getting green, and it's supposed to be good for day or night. So again, if either of those colors make a difference to you, that's something you'll want to take into consideration as well. So again, we're going to go to the range here shortly, get some footage of me shooting both of them side by side so that you can also see how they shoot. I'll tell you, we'll come back and I'll give you my general idea of how I felt shooting each one. But to recap, again, this is the Reflex XL MRD from FN, and then we have the P365 XL from SIG. And, again, just to recap, this is 660 versus 630, a 15 and 18 round magazine, two 12 round magazines. You get in a reversible mag release, Picatinny rail. Both of them are optic ready. This is striker fired. This has an internal hammer, single action. So you can't see it on the outside as you can with a Beretta and most hammer fired pistol / handguns. But this has an internal hammer. So it's going to shoot differently than your typical firearm that looks like this, because there is actually a hammer in here. So that's one thing you want to consider as well. If you like hammer fired handguns, firearms, then this is one thing you want to consider. And if you are completely a striker fired, then this is something to consider. And if you like both and you just want the best bang for your buck, then give them both a try, because again, they both have different things to offer. SIG's platform and their military backing that they have currently is obviously something that a lot of people are going to consider. FN is a brand that a lot of people hold in high regard as far as quality. So those are things to consider. Again, very similar in height, weight, length, both optic ready. Can't ask for much more. I'll just show you real quick. Holding it, I have relatively big hands, as you may know, and holding it, I can get all my fingers around, and this is just using a regular magazine. If I take it out and put the extended one, which is the 15 round, then I have extra room there. All right, so not bad at all. And then when we look at the SIG, my pinky is off a little bit when I grip it. It's off a little bit. But I did personally purchase a 17 round magazine for mine. And when I put that in, then I have all the space I need. And my pinky is not hanging out at all. They both have good grips. Now you can see the stippling there. They even added some to this extended mag. All right, same thing, the FN looks pretty good, feels great in the hand. Stippling in the front, it's a little different than what you're getting here, but feels good. So let's go to the range and check these firearms out some more. Thank you for your time, and let's go ahead and see what it looks like. So it's 20 rounds. Bring it in. A couple. FN Reflex now. Two magazines with 10 rounds. Next 10. Bring it in. So a lot more bullseye spread out, but that's still like a fist size. We're back. All right, so you just got to see footage of me shooting roughly 20 rounds on the end of the video plus 5 on the front end. So 25 rounds for each firearm. Now, if you look in the top left, you'll see the first 20 rounds I did with the SIG. Those are looking real good. The distance is not that far. Then when you look to the upper right, you see the first 20 rounds I did with the FN. Now, again, everything's still within the blue, and you got to remember that these targets are small, so they look bigger right now, but from the top of the 7 to the bottom, that's like my fist pretty much. So it's like my fist. It's not that big of a difference. It's not that big. So again, if you go down right underneath that one, you're going to the bottom right, middle right. That one is 25 rounds with the SIG. And as you can see, there is one round that kind of went up. I got a little happy on the trigger, and that one went up a little. It came out faster than I wanted it to. But that's 25 rounds. There's some bullseyes in there, but it's low right, so obviously that's an adjustment I have to make. But the grouping outside of that flyer is still pretty good with the SIG on those 25 rounds. Then we can go over here to the middle middle left, and you see the FN. There's a flyer in there as well, but you see from the top to bottom, the spread is a little wider. Again, when you see this in person, it's still good. The difference is not as crazy as just looking at this image would make you think. Again, it's not that big of a difference. And if you're aiming center mass, you're gonna hit your target. I would have hit my target every time, obviously. And then obviously the bottom two, I just shot 5 more rounds to complete the 50. The bottom left is 5 rounds of the FN. The bottom right is 5 more rounds of the SIG. So final thoughts, I like them both. The SIG has kind of like a groove here whenever you're holding it, and I guess that makes a more of a difference than I thought when shooting. I don't know. I shot this one better. I'll be 100% honest. We're all human. We all have bias. Sometimes people like to admit to them. Sometimes people don't. You know what I mean? But if you listen to them talk long enough or interact with someone long enough, you can see that stuff. Me personally, I was wanting and also anticipating the FN to shoot better. I like the grip. It's aggressive. I like the stipple and everything on it. I can get my pinky around, as I mentioned earlier in the video. So that's one thing that was on my mind. Without even adding an extended magazine, I can get my fingers around. So I thought that would be a difference. I thought that would be a big difference. Now, also, I am working on individual videos for these two, and I did already shoot 50 rounds with both of these, right? And then today I shot another 50 rounds. So it's 100 rounds that I've put through each one. I got to say the SIG is shooting better in the earlier stages based off of the evidence we have here. They both feel great. Now, I will say there was a time or two where I had to tap the back of the slide to get this to fully go up. I had to do that multiple times, both the first day I got the SIG and the second day. No firing malfunctions to speak of, but the slide would not go all the way forward every time. So that's one thing that I'm going to keep an eye on. I haven't had any issues whatsoever from the FN. So yeah, that's my wrap up. They're both great firearms. $30 difference on them. Again, this one being a little more expensive, but so far it's shot better. But it also came with that one little issue that we had that happened multiple times where the slide would not lock all the way back. I mean, it wouldn't go all the way forward, and I'd like just give it a quick thumb push like that, and then it was good to go. It was no issue outside of that. But they're definitely both great to shoot, pretty accurate. Obviously, first 100 rounds of shooting, and I've never really shot an FN or a SIG to be, because there's times where you buy a gun and you haven't shot that particular gun, but you've shot that brand. I hadn't really shot these brands, maybe a couple rounds here and there from a friend's firearm, but this is the first time I've actually really shot an FN and a SIG. So I think that was pretty good. Again, I do roughly 5 to 7 yards out, primarily just it's more pleasing. You can kind of see some of it in the video, and then also it is more of a self-defense range. So with a pistol, you're not shooting 21 yards out. If you are, yeah, explain that to the law while you're using a handgun to shoot from that distance, when rifles would be more suitable if you had to shoot from that distance. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. FN, Reflex, XL, MRD, micro red dot, SIG 3, P365 XL, both great firearms. The SIG did shoot a little better. I like them both. I can't personally pick one. Aesthetically and everything else wise, I like the FN more, but this one did shoot a little better for me. So it's a toss up for me. They're both great purchases, and right now, currently only roughly $30 apart. So go ahead and check them out, and let me know what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate the love. We're over 1,000 and we continue to push. So yeah, keep checking out the channel, and I'll try and find new things to provide for everybody. But thanks for tuning to the channel and have a good day.